All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Seven-yard ball.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
You get block me. You get block me. You get block me. Check one.
Ready?
Now a handoff looking right. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Tyrone Crawford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. 26, Mike. 20, go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready? 180.
Mike, 27. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Here's Newton. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
You.
Watch the safety creep. Great.
Throwing again. Newton. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Gun.
47 the mic.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Ebron's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
You better be afraid of me. Switch. Check nickel.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go. Hey, team 6.
Watson. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. They'll run on first down. Owens. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
53. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Ready? 180?
I'm here all day. Watch the eye.
On first down, it's Hines. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now a first down throw. Watson looking long for Westbrook. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
And a Jaguar first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second and 12, Watson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Unable to corral. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Lambeau on for the extra point. And this is no good as well. He's missed twice now, and that's the difference in this ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
That's it. 180. 80.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Hey.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Newton. Ebron caught left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Dixon. 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Kill, kill, kill. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw.
Let's use the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Yeah, yeah.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Let's go.
After the run, Watson going to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the run, it's Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Fournette, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This from 54 yards away. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step a quarter.
Ready,
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
3 bucks.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Newton now to throw. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Newton on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now it's Hines. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
He's not going to get me.
On second down, it's Snell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Mike, that's it. Mike to the 3.
Focus, defense, focus.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kenneth Dixon with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Wide, get wide. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Bradysenior. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight end right. Ready.
To throw is Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
25, check 25, check 25. Shit.
Hard.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Hey, Wahoo.
Now Watson on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the third time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go.
Jaguars 19.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And some room to work. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
It's a gain of 40. That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
High 7.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Gotta do better.
The final shot before the break. Watson, he's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Check 47.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They run with Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
This is Hines. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's get that ball. Joker, 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 Joker. Shit.
Great.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Mike 47. He don't know no better.
From just shy of midfield, Newton forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to sling it. This is caught inside the 15. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. On first and goal, Dixon. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 96.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Catch made here by Campbell. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Dixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. We call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That's it. Ready, 96.
Here we go, D.
From the red zone now, Newton. His throw incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. A run by Dixon. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready, 96.
Here we go. 2 times. 3 down.
On third down, Hines. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Ready?
I'm on. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
3 down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Benny Snell, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
The Jaguars take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down, Jacksonville.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Hey!
Motion.
Hey, Alpha! Deep rip!
Watson now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Then he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Let's put that team on.
Ready?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Lambo on for the extra point. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Newton to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now it's Dixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll run it with Dixon. And an alley to run. It's a foot race. Kenneth Dixon. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A run for Snell. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a first carry for their fullback. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a carry here for their fullback. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it comes from.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this at the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Right here.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
51, 951. I got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. 50 snaps.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Carl Nassib. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Watson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And out across midfield down to the 45. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
We got 4. We got go.
Now it's Watson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Ready, get it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Completes it to Lee. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Dixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike 96.
Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Fielded at the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense. 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ready up.
Use the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Rock it.
Check four.
Lead grip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Ready. 70, Indy.
You're not ready.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready.
Now Watson from the gun. He'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Here we go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
6. I'm coming.
Set, go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is on EA Sports.